Hello, everyone. I am Nikita McDaniels, and we're going to give it just a few more minutes so that we can get everyone on the line. I know that some people are tidying up their Sunday hustle from church, cooking dinner. So I just want to give everyone maybe a minute or so to get on the air. If you all could just be patient, I appreciate you so much. And we'll get started within a minute or two, okay? And I'm going to be shuffling through my notes down here. So I know some of you all are watching, and some people are very shy on camera. I happen not to be one of them. I am human, make mistakes. I'm not afraid. My company, Failure to Fabulous. So, you know, I'm a fear-free chick. Give them 1 minute or so. If you all want to get your tea, your water, your Kool-Aid, whatever you're sipping to keep your throat nice and moist, do that now. You want to get your pen and your paper to take some notes, do that now, okay? And then we'll get started in a few. Okay, it looks like we officially 2 minutes past 6, so I am going to get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikita McDaniels, and I am the founder of Failure to Fabulous Real Lifestyle Coaching. My coaching firm works with women, showing them how to have a personal and professional life full of creativity and fulfillment. And so for the next month or so, I'm going to be doing videos every Sunday, sharing some beneficial information with you that you can use right now, not 1 month from now, not 2 months from now, that you can incorporate the information that I am giving you right now to enhance the who that you are, to set the fire up underneath of some of your procrastinating asses and get moving so that you can become that great person that you set out to be. Now, normally, some people will give you everything about them, okay? They like to do that first. I'm not going to. I am going to put this live hangout in your hands, and I'm going to begin with giving all the great information and tools, and then I'm going to talk about me last, because really it's about you, and I want to make this whole presentation about you. With Google Live, there is something on the side that will allow you to ask questions. Please feel free at any given time to ask questions, and as I go along, I'll incorporate those answers and questions during this live broadcasting. I am a great communicator, so please let this be known. I am not the savviest techie person. So if we have some technical difficulties, you might see me shuffle and fumble a bit, so I'm going to let you know right up front. Secondly, I'm also going to let you know I got 4 kids, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, all right? And they are somewhere roaming around this home, so you may hear a cry, a kick, a laugh. I'm just letting you know right up front that that is possible, all right? Today, you are on this broadcast because you may be working 1 job, you may be working 2 jobs, you may even be working 3 jobs. However many jobs you're working, you're still not getting the job done. And I'm not talking about at the job you work. I'm talking about your personal responsibilities on the home front, okay? Those bills that you're responsible for that you're not able to fully pay. Why? Because the job you're working is not paying you enough. And so at some point in time, we get this brilliant idea to go out here and get another job, right? It's elementary. It makes all the sense to have another job to bring in more revenue, right? Wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. And I am going to share with you today, while working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. I mean, somebody's crazy working 4 jobs. I don't even know how they do it. But if this is you, how none of that is benefiting you, and you still will not be able to pay your bills on time, and it's going to cost you more in the long run than what it is going to benefit you in paying your bills. Is that okay? Secondly, I want to share with you all that I keeps it so real, okay? I am not one of them cookie cutter coaches. I am not that pretty face all made up coach. It's not me, okay? What I desire is what I desire. My successes is my successes. And I share that with women because I live in the real world, okay? I live in the world where there is upsets, where there is disappointment, where there is failure. But let me tell you, honey, it is also a lot of success. And I enjoy every minute of it. But I couldn't enjoy it more without being my authentic self. So that's all I can offer you besides this information. So if you're looking for the glitz and glam coaches that a lot of them I see on Facebook with their advertising, beautiful advertising, and I'm not taking anything from them. This is not that gal, okay? Although I am knowledgeable enough to show you how to turn your life around. I am knowledgeable enough to show you how to get that dough, to make the money that you are interested in making so that you can support the lifestyle that you so desire to live. Okay, I can do that for you. All right. To start this live broadcasting off, we are going to talk about, and I'm checking my notes. First, we're going to talk about a job. Okay, what is a job? All right, what is the real official meaning of J-O-B? Now, you all seen the video that Dolly Parton did years ago, Working 9 to 5. That song was a hit in like late 70s, early 80s. I mean, it just took off like wildfire, okay? And that song, believe it or not, has a lot of lyrics that still is present today. And I'm going to name some of them lyrics, I'm sorry, for you. And you can say to yourself whether that's true or if it's not true. Do it fit your mold or if it doesn't fit your mold? But I'm going to share some of those lyrics with you. All taking and no giving. Barely getting by. Want to get ahead, but the boss won't let you. In the same boat with all your friends, waiting for your tide to come in. It's a rich man's game. They use your mind and never give you credit. Poor service and devotion, but never getting a promotion. You know, I listened to all of them lyrics and they really hit home because I have worked probably maybe 15 to 20 years of my life. And I felt all of those lyrics. I felt all of those lyrics. And I know what it's like to go to work for 40 hours and not be able to bring home a paycheck that's going to take care of all of the bills in your household. It is very degrading. You begin to question yourself, what am I working for? So a job, what is it essentially? A job is nothing but an opportunity that is so expansive that it needs people to make it even bigger, okay? Employees, okay? If you're working for a job, you are an employee of an employer, all right? That's what a job essentially is. What makes jobs attractive, all right? Benefits make jobs very, very, very attractive. They sell you on insurance, okay? They sell you on 401ks, stocks and dividends with the company. They sell you on a lot of things that attract you to the job besides the pay. And here's why. Because a lot of us humans, okay, we have discipline issues. Even myself, I'm not perfect, okay? We have areas that we are not fully vested or disciplined in, which makes it very hard long term for us to create a lifestyle that we're able to take advantage of once we get up in the age where we no longer can work, okay? Or we don't have the energy and the strength to work. Jobs provide that type of cushion. You notice I didn't say security because we are so used to hearing job security. There is no job security. If that owner of that company, corporation, decide to shut down, close the doors, if you're not a part of the next plan, the next step in that company's ventures, then you're out. You don't have a job anymore, okay? And you don't want to be caught in that type of situation ever, all right? This is where a person like me in the videos that I share live or even pre-recorded will help you, because I give you the information that's necessary for you to start your own business. It can start off as a hobby. I don't care. But it's something for you to fall back on if any situation such that should happen, okay? Or it's a great way to begin to save, invest in your kids. Leave them something behind when you're no longer here, okay? So let's talk about the job, all right? And the benefits of a job, because before I can get into showing you how these jobs are not going to help you pay all of your bills, first I want you to understand what a job is. Because as kids or children, we've been taught by our parents to go to work, get paid. That's the way you take care of yourself. That's the way you take care of your children. It's been drained and drilled and embedded in our heads for at least 18 years. If you're not hearing it from your parents, you're hearing it from the people on the outside of your family. Everybody knows to get a job, all right? So let's look at the benefits of a job. Insurance, all right? Should you have a huge medical car accident, loss of a body limb, or something that's really extensive, jobs help you to take care of those bills. Can you imagine not having insurance and having an accident? And some of you on this live broadcasting may have gone through this. Can you imagine the financial matters that you would bring upon if you did not have the insurance? So jobs give you the ability to keep control of your health so that you're able to enjoy that lifestyle you create for yourself. Retirement, all right? Having a form of income when you stop working. That's what this is all about. I mean, people are really living a life right now. And the really smart people have invested in themselves. Like they're doing stocks, they're doing bonds, they have properties, they have businesses, and they've invested in themselves. So when they're ready to retire, these investments can begin to kick in, all right? Your 401k or whatever type of programs your job has to offer, they give you that sense of security or safety net, all right? So that when you turn 65 or when you're about to retire, you can use that money and do whatever you like, all right? A savings, money that you just store away for a rainy day. That's what your job do. They're not reinvesting this money for you where you're getting all the interest. You know, that's something that you have to do. Your job is not doing that for you. Connections, the environment in which your job is in, right? These are all the benefits of having a job, right? But the one benefit that you are not privy to is having that job forever. The job is not guaranteed to take care of you, to take care of your families. And Lord knows it ain't guaranteed to take care of your bills. And a lot of you are experiencing that right now, okay? So those are the benefits. Now, some of you may be on the brink of going into being an entrepreneur or wanting to be an entrepreneur. And let me tell you something about being an entrepreneur. It is a scary walk because you don't know your next payday. Sometimes you don't know your next meal day. All right. Those insurances, 401ks, retirement plans. We don't have that kind of comfort. We don't have that kind of cushion. All right. This is stuff that we have to put in place for ourselves. We don't have a boss thinking for us. We are the boss. We are the employee, the employer. We are the assistant. We're everything. You know, some people who are entrepreneurs are running a one-man band. All right. And this isn't the topic or the broadcasting show for that today. But I'm just saying it really is that in depth with some entrepreneurs. And if you are looking to become an entrepreneur and you're coming from a job to an entrepreneur, it can be a difficult transition because you don't have that every week, every 2 weeks or monthly paycheck. That's not there anymore. All right. So now where your bills are basically tailored around this paycheck, now think about your bills still being there because they're not going nowhere, but you got to get out there. And if you don't make the mark, you don't get paid, and neither do the people that you owe. Okay. So it can be very scary and difficult. So this broadcast is also going to benefit you how to make that transition, how to turn around, how to put these systems in place before you take the leap. And that way you'll still be able to take care of yourself and your family. 80% of people that are working today, they hate their jobs. And you could be part of the 80. When I was working, I hated my job, literally. So when you hate your job, do you even know why you hate it? Is it the employees? Is it the employer? Is it the type of work you do? Is it the environment? Do you even know why you hate it? I'm going to tell you the number one reason of why people hate their jobs. The number one reason and why people hate their jobs is how the job makes the person feel. You know them lyrics that we went over in the beginning? And I'm going to go over them one more time from the song 9 to 5, all taken and no giving. If you're going in and you're putting in 40 hours a week and you get your paycheck and you're looking like, where's the rest of it? Then that's all taken and no giving. Barely getting by. When you lay your bills out on the table and you say, I got to pay this, I got to pay that, I got to pay this, I got to pay that. But my paycheck is only large enough to cover this and that, not this, that. Barely getting by. Want to get ahead, but the boss won't let me. You know that you are a great employee. You know it. You go in every morning on time or early. You're the last one to leave, but yet you still don't feel that you're being appreciated. In the same boat with all my friends waiting for my tide to come in. The people that you're hanging around, they don't make it no better. They got the same complaints and you got, and everybody is complaining. So now we just live in a whole atmosphere full with complaints. You leave the job, you hear the same shit over and over and over again. You never can escape it. And you're just waiting for your big break. Some people play the lottery, some people play bingo. You know, some people gamble in other ways, but you're just waiting for that big break, okay? Rich man's game. I'm stuck at this job because I don't know enough. My parents didn't teach me money. I don't know enough about it. I'm scared. I'm scared to take risks, okay? They use your mind and never give you credit. The big bosses, you probably know that business better than what they do. They just write the plan up, but as the business begins to expand, you're the one that's making it expand. So why can't you own your own business. If you're helping somebody run their business, why can't you create and run your own business? You can. All right? You can do that. Poor service and devotion, but never a promotion. You know how when you go somewhere and you're in line, people don't greet you. There, can I help you? And you're looking like, wow, is life that damn bad? I mean, sometimes I even verbalize it because I'm thinking, you're getting paid at the end of the week. You should be grateful. But I see it over and over, time and time again. I go into establishments and people, you can tell they hate their jobs. You can tell they're frustrated because the service sucks. All right? And whether they get a promotion or not, you should be at your best because you don't know who could walk in and offer you an opportunity that can allow you to walk away from that sorry ass job. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all of this that was planned in that song, it's still a factor in having a job, which tells you that a job ain't what it's all cracked up to be. You know, but everybody, and I'm going to say this, everybody can't be an entrepreneur. I know this. Everybody cannot own their own job. I know. But for the vast majority of people working, at least 50% of those people can own their own business. It's just a matter of them knowing how, figuring out how to do it, and doing it. Okay? And I want to be that vehicle that helps you to do just that. I know we said something about people, at least 80% of them not liking or even loving that job. That can be a problem because when you begin to not like something or become agitated about something, negativity begins to set in. And if that negativity is setting in the inside of you, then 9 times out of 10, that's what's coming out of your mouth. And when you start verbalizing that negativity, it begins to manifest in your life. Now, it's not the job that's making you sick. It's everything that's making you sick. So then you think about your bills. When you see them, you're just like, oh, you don't enjoy paying them. And if your attitude sucks, you really don't enjoy paying them. Okay? So let's get into how this job thing is not really working for you and how we can get it to work for you. Okay? Let's see. All right. So you have all these bills. And you want to pay the bills, no doubt about it. You got gas and electric, telephone, cable. Some of you got mortgages. Some of you got rents. You have additional bills, car payment, car insurance. The average household, and I'm saying average, bills, it's probably somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500. $3,000, you know, is with a couple other things, but at least $2,000 to $2,500 a month. The average income is anywhere between $15,000 to $2,000. Okay, anywhere between $15,000 to $2,000. So you can't possibly pay all your bills and have money left over. You can't possibly do that. It's not going to happen. So how do we be able to work and pay our bills and have a life? Because no one wants to work 40 hours, pay all your bills, and then don't have no money for nothing else. Because the bottom line is we have a family. We have things that we want to do for ourselves. We want to be able to enjoy. And if we're not enjoying ourselves at work, we want to enjoy ourselves at home at least, okay? So, first things first. When you get that other job, Here's where the increase begins. Now, I just said you start between 2,000 and 2,500, 3,000 top. Well, now, depending upon what his second job is, transportation. You now have a transportation bill. I don't know if you're driving or if you're catching a bus, but if you're driving, now you have more gas. Okay? That's money. Every single day, every other week, gas is money. So now you just created your travel expenses to the second job. All right? After you do your traveling expenses, you're now up longer. So your body needs more energy. How are you getting this energy? You're eating. That's what you're doing. So now your food bill just increased. All right? You're not home and you're going to be eating on the go. So you're going to have to start eating out more. You're going to have to start buying more food. Okay? So now you have a gas increase bill, you have a food bill, and now you've just added on to your expenses. All right? You've just added on to your expenses. Next, you have all this money you're making, right? All this money. So now, guess what? You got a tax. You're in another tax bracket. You just gave Uncle Sam some more money. Okay? The more you make, the more you take. You all know that saying. So now you got travel expenses. You got food expenses. And now you have taxes. All right? You are now in another bracket because of the money that you are making. You're being taxed differently unless you do some switcheroos in your exemptions. Guess what? You're in another tax bracket now. And so they're going to be taking a lot of that money from you. All right? So all the money that you're claiming you're making, a lot of people aren't considering the taxes. All right? Your grooming, okay? This second job or the second, third job, however many that you have, you may have to have a uniform, certain shoes, or a certain type of clothing. You got to go out there and buy that. Not to mention, you got to keep it clean, okay? You may have a cleaner's bill, all right? So you've just added a uniform or grooming expense. Some people, you got to be, sharp when you go to work. So you got to keep your hair done. You got to keep your clothes, squared away. Some gals, we like, the jewelry, the makeup, the print, the nails, the face. You got to do all of that. Now, you were doing it for one job. Now you got to do it for the second job or the third job. All right. Your habits. You just got the second job, and your habits for how you spend your money hasn't changed. So let me say this to you. While you got that second and third job, what do you think you're going to do? I'm going to sip a little bit of water while you figure that one out, because that's an easy one. Out rolling away from me. What do you think you're doing? And let me tell you what you're doing. You're using the same habits, the same bad money habits with new income. So you know what you're doing? You're spending more. You're like, okay, in my mind, I know I got some more money, so I can go ahead and spend a little more. But what you're doing, you did not consider all the things that I just discussed. Your food, your gas, your grooming, your travel. Did I miss anything? Okay, you didn't consider that. So now you begin to spend some of those extra earnings because you know you're going to have some more money left over. And guess what? You don't. And you're sitting up there trying to figure out where is the money. I don't care how much money you make. If you have bad money habits, you can have $5,000 extra or more than what you make a month, and you still won't be able to figure out where it went, and you still won't be able to pay your bills the way you want to. All right. Let's see. I want to sit here and I want to talk about the habits just a little bit more. I can guarantee you, with every bill that you have and what you're being paid right now, what you bring home a month, if I seen it, I could show you how to pay all your bills with whatever you're making. Whatever you're making. You want to know how I can do that? I can do that because I know the balancing act, okay? How to balance and how to budget your lifestyle. When I say that, the balancing act is, in order for me to budget my bills, my lifestyle, I have to create more and take less. And a lot of people don't know how to make them two even. We're either doing too much that's costing us a lot, or we are not taking enough away that's costing us a lot. So when you're looking at your bills, a lot of the bills that you have that you are fully responsible for, it's not a necessity. It's not a need. And so you're stretching your paycheck like this. It's busting out the seams. All right? Because what you need is on the outside, but what you really want is right in the inside. It's like the nucleus of your paycheck. You take care of that first, and then you take care of what you need last. What you need last. You take care of your wants first. You take care of your needs last. And so it always seemed like you never have enough. And you don't want to know why we do that? We do that because, like I said earlier, we are more physically attracted to what makes us feel and look good. And God damn it, paying a cable bill does not make me look good. All right? Doesn't make me look good. It don't even make me feel good. It don't even make me feel good. You know? And the fact that we are humans again, and that we have no discipline. None. If we had enough discipline to get us over the painful feeling of saving, the painful feeling of cutting back, if we just had enough discipline to do that, then we could fully reap the benefits of being able to pay our bills with whatever income we have. But the thing to that is, the system of having a job was never devised for you to enjoy anything. It was never devised for you to even create anything. It was devised for you to build somebody else's lifestyle and enjoyment. They forgot about you. But now it's time for you to take control of the wheel. That's what it's time for. It's time for you to take control of the wheel, to take control of your finances, to take control of your lifestyle. Do what's necessary so that you can have long-term success, long-term enjoyment, and long-term lifestyle creativity. This is what it's all about, my dear. That's what it's all about. Okay? So having the 2 and 3 jobs, it costs you more than what you think it do, because now your expenses get higher. If, let's say, I want to use an example, and I got to get a good one because I want you all to see this. If you decide to work a second job, right? And you got to pay more travel. You have to buy more food. You got to groom yourself. You got to do uniforms. You're now in another tax bracket. All right. Let's say you're making originally, before you got the second job, you're bringing home, $2,000 a month. All right. That's $1,000 every 2 weeks. Now with the second job, you're bringing home an additional $1,000. All right. Now, more than likely, the reason why you got the second job is to help you pay the bills. When you're going to get that second job, are you even considering what you're doing? And be honest with yourself. Are you considering what you're doing for work? No. Most people aren't considering the work. What they're considering is the pay. That's all they're thinking about is the money. So now you've not only got yourself in a job that you hate, now you got your job, now you got yourself 2 jobs you hate. All right? Which make life overall miserable. You go from one miserable job to the next miserable job. Not to mention a second job if you're only making $500 every 2 weeks, okay? Because normally when you get a second job, it's part-time. Very few people are working 2 full-time. They're out there. But majority of people work 1 full-time and 1 part-time. So let's say the part-time is paying you $500 every 2 weeks, grossing $1,000. What are you netting? Once taxes chew you up, out of that $1,000, you may only be bringing home $700. All right. Once the taxes take everything out, and then, your insurances take everything out, let's say you bring home $700, right? So now you're at $2,700. That's what you're at as a monthly income, but your bills are either $2,000 or $2,500. So you either got $700 extra or you got $500 extra. Now guess what kicks in? The bad habit. The habit kicks in, something fierce. And what you thought you had really isn't adding up to what you got, because we don't factor in a lot of stuff, and it's the little stuff that you miss that we don't factor in that really tears our paycheck apart. If you smoke cigarettes, if you eat out a lot, if you like to shop, if you like to pamp and press yourself, if you like to pamp and press yourself a lot, all of this will chew that $700 up. All of it will chew that $700 up. Okay? And now the $700 is gone. Excuse me, everyone. I have a little one. Come, Eric. Come, Jamal. Say hello to everyone. Say hello. Say hi. Hi. Okay, now go back upstairs to your room. Now, no. Excuse me. Go upstairs to your room. Thank you. Go upstairs. I just had to do that. He wanted to be on camera, so he got his 5-minute debut. So, your $700, it's gone. And the main thing that eats the paycheck up is the habit. Taxes is what it is. We can't get around it. Your traveling expenses and everything else is what it is. We can't get around that either. What we can get around is the habit. That's what we can get around. And so you might want to work on your habits before you think about trying to get extra income. It's not the income that is not allowing you to pay for your bills. It's not the income. And I may be the first person to tell you this. It's you. I said it. I didn't want to, but I said it. It is you. You are keeping yourself from paying your bills. Let me tell you what you've done to yourself. You have racked up expenses that you did not need, like credit cards, okay? You got things that you must have that are not needs. You have things in your life that you can't afford that you don't need. And the bottom line to all of this, you're not disciplined enough to cut back. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is going to be the time where if you don't want to hear this about yourself, you might want to leave. I wouldn't care if it was one viewer, because I'm about to dig in that ass. Okay? This may be the time. And this is going to be a spanking with love, a reality check. And guess what? I had to have one myself. You know, there are a lot of pains in this world, and there are some pains that hurt, and there are some pains that make us change. And when you have allowed yourself mental pain for an extensive amount of time, it's no longer pain to you. It is a painful way of life in which you have adapted to. And not only have you adapted to it, but you go around and you make other people's life painful too. It's painful for a friend to watch another friend go through something that they don't have to go through. It's painful for someone to observe such a beautiful person such as yourself, such an intelligent woman, or if I have a few men on the broadcast, go through something that you don't have to go through. And we, as your friends, your loved one, your children, your spouse, watch you bury yourself. Watch you lose the essence of who you are because you've allowed your wants to control you because you have no discipline. And discipline is not something that's easy to acquire. But if you take it in small amounts, and you take small strides, you can incorporate huge discipline in your life. You don't need to get your hair done every week, your toes done every week, your nails done every week. You don't need every channel on cable. You're not even in the house to watch it. Hell, you're working 2 and 3 jobs. So when do you have time to watch TV? Huh? You don't. You don't need 50 pairs of shoes. And I'm just going to say it. If you're shopping at certain stores, you buying 50 pairs of shoes because the heels always rank down because the shoes aren't of a good quality. When you buy quality items, they last you for a long time. You don't need to have 2 and 3 of them. And quality items might cost you a bit in the beginning, but you don't have to keep constantly buying them. So not only do we have to learn to discipline, but we also have to be able to learn to recognize something that's of value and stop investing in these temporary fixes, these temporary solutions. Oh, my job stressed me out today, so I'm going to go and do this. And do this normally means you're going to blow some money that could have been spent on a bill. Now I'm talking to you about the balancing act, you know, the creating more and taking away some. It's like rise and fall a bit. But if you're thinking about a pendulum, rise and fall a bit, when you take away and create, when you take away enough and create enough, guess what you do? You do this. And when you do this, you get to breathe. Life becomes good. I mean, life becomes great. You get to sit around and say, damn, I know I should be doing something, but I don't even know what I'm doing. That's what life is about. Life is not about stressing. Life is not about trying to keep up with the Joneses and the Smiths. Life is not about trying to impress your girlfriend, trying to impress your man friend. Life is not about trying to impress people who don't give a damn about you. Life is about enjoying. Life is about living and creating. And a job is not going to do that for you. You'll be doing it for them. But who's looking out for you? I challenge you to take the wheel and to be the driver of your own or to your own destiny. And that's what my coaching programs and my coaching firm is all about. It's to give you that spark, to generate the fire, to take you to where you need to go. All right. It's that fuel that fuels your desire, which is necessary. If you want to keep the job, keep it. Some people really love where they work. And I am not disrespectful, and I'm very respectful of people. And if you love it, I love it too. But what I want to show you is how it will not love you back if you don't love it. So when you're going out to get that second job, what you want to do is get something that you love. And if it's not yours, if you didn't create it, then the chances of you knowing what you're getting is far and few in between. Because remember, I told you in the beginning, the benefits, the medical, the pension, the savings, the stocks, they tell you all the good stuff to get you right on in. And then once they get you in, they slap you in a dirty ass cubicle and tell you pick up the phone, start cold calling and whatever else that you do. And they forget all about you. You just the number. Hell, half of your bosses don't even know your names. They're not vested in you. Never have, never will be. You'll never make enough to get where they are. So how do we change that? The hell with all sad sobbing and stories. How do we change that? What are you great at? What are you great at? Can you answer that question? Because if you can answer that question, you are full of creativity. If you can't answer what you're great at, what are you good at? What can you do with your hands, with your mind? What can you do? What can you create out of nothing? That doesn't cost you anything. To sit down and use your writing utensil and write down some things that I can do. All right? I want you to start off with that later on today. I want you to write down all the things that you're good at, right? And then when you write down all the things that you're good at, I want you to teach it to the mirror. Teach it to the mirror, right? I want you to verbalize, watch yourself, teach it to the mirror. That way, if you mess up, nobody can criticize you. Because I was taught that you know what you know when you can teach what you know and when you can show what you know. So when you're done teaching the mirror, then I want you to go and show somebody else how to do it. And if they can do it and they wow themselves that they can do it, then you, my dear, or my sir, have a gift. And that gift you can capitalize on if you do the right research and have the right fuel and desire behind that gift. And that should be your second means of income. You get to control what's being taxed. I ain't going to no further. I ain't going into that. But I'm going to say you get to control what's being taxed. Now, instead of your gas and electric being your bill, it's not only your bill, it is your write-off. If I use that chair behind me to sketch whatever I'm doing, that chair becomes part of my work. It's a write-off. Okay, now your taxes benefit you. The whole point of having a business when you have a job is to create some buckets for yourself. By using these tax-deferred shelters, use them. You cannot use them with jobs that you are going to an employee for. They are W-2ing you. But you can use these things when you create your own business. You can use them. And that money that you are collecting, you can use it to pay your bills. And the beauty of all of that, you are doing something that you love so much that when you're doing it, it's not stressing you out. It's not causing you any pain, any fluctuation in your attitude and your finances. It's not doing any of that. And then you work that thing so good until you can tell that job, bye-bye, see you, job, bye, boss. It's really that simple, but the difficult part comes when you yourself is not together. When you have a business that you've created and you know it so well that you can create different systems in this business. You got the online market. You may want to open up a brick and mortar market. You may want to do something on a wholesale level. You may want to do something on a tutorial level. You may want to do something on a digital level. When you have different systems of doing one thing, you begin to leverage yourself. You don't need to be in all these places at one time. Hell, you don't need to be there at all. Now you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor while your labor is still laboring, right? That's where the 5K, and I always pick 5K because if I said to you all, I'm gonna show you how to make $20,000, you all be like, oh, this bitch is crazy. I'm sorry, I curse. I do curse. And I'm sorry, it's Sunday. My apologies. But you would think I was crazy. You would think I was some other nut out here trying to get you to spend your money and something. So I keep the numbers very low. I keep the numbers low. $5,000. That's easy to acquire. You can make $1,000 a week or $1,500 a week or whatever it is and make $5,000. The bottom line is when you are doing something that you love, $5,000 comes easy because you know how to do it. You know how to do it. And if you would just only cut back on some of the expenses that you have, you can do it. How much is it worth to you to get out of the situation that you are in? How much? And if you're in a hole so deep, then you may need to get a financial counselor and file bankruptcy, start all over again. Whatever it has to do. But the reason people don't do because they comfort level and because they're scared. And when you're comfortable and when you're scared, you do nothing. You continue on living a life that is not benefiting you in no way, shape, or form, and you're waiting for that tide to come in. The tide never comes in, and then you become old, bitter, and resentful. Not with yourself, the person you need to be, because you're the person that can change it, but you're bitter with everybody else. You don't even like certain people because you don't like yourself, and you don't even know these people. You call them all kinds of liars and know it ain't true because it ain't happening for you. The only person that's going to change the situation is you. The only way to be able to use your check to pay your bills is to mind your business, acknowledge where you are, put your stuff on the table, and go through these things and balance your lifestyle with your finances. If you are making $2,000 a month, you should not have a pocketbook that costs you $800, $900 a month. It's just not a sensible investment. You can have what you want, but then don't cry later when you can't pay your bills. Now, what I'm saying may be easier said than done, but the bottom line is, how bad do you want to enjoy your life? If you don't want you to enjoy your life bad enough, then you're going to keep going through life with temporary stuff that people can come and get whenever they want. Repo your car, evict you from your house, shut off your lights, cancel your car insurance. You give people power when you don't handle your business. As long as you're handling your business, you got all the power in the world. You can say what you want to say, but what you won't say is my bills aren't paid. Okay? So when you don't pay your bills, you give people power over you. And that doesn't feel good. So again, ladies, I want you to take the wheel. All right? I'm going to share some things about me because we are just 10 minutes from the 7 o'clock hour, and I have about 20 minutes to get this over and done and before they shut me off. As I said to you earlier, my coaching firm is Failure to Fabulous Real Lifestyle Coaching. And I work with women, and I work with women showing them how to have personal and professional fulfillment. How do I do this? I do this with self-communicating and self-communication courses. I am an adversity coach, and the personal and professional fulfillment, usually women have one or the other. It's either we work a lot of hours, we are great at our job, but our home life sucks. Okay? The kids are getting on our nerves. The man is getting on our nerves. It's just all over the place. Or when we leave the work, we are party over here, but the party stops as soon as the clock starts. So we don't have that balance. We don't have them both. Well, I show you how to have them both. And in order to have them both, you need to do one thing and one thing only. You need to check yourself, boo. You need to get yourself right, okay? From the inside out. Now, I see a lot of women beautiful. I mean, beautiful to the nine. But inside, honey, messed up. And this is why I don't measure myself to anyone. You don't know what it took for them to get to where they are. You don't know what it takes for them to stay where they at. And it no longer matters to me how much a person get paid. Tell me what I got to do first, because I ain't willing to do certain things. When you got that much confidence in yourself, where you can say no and yes, where you the driver of your life or your destiny, it don't matter to me not what a person is getting, what a person is doing. Okay? What matters to me is me. All right? And I teach you how to do the same, how to be so into you. Now, some people may say, oh, that's selfish. Well, the bottom line is we as women have been taking care and nurturing everybody for the longest time. When are we going to start taking care of us? You take care of your children. You take care of your man. You take care of your parents as they get older. You're taking care of friends. You're taking care of a lot of things that don't even concern you. You're in everybody's business but your own. And then you wonder why you always come up short, because you're not tending to yourself the way you should. I show you systems and how to do just that, how to have the confidence to command what you desire and get it. I mean, when I work with people, they're often amazed how they learn the systems that they get from the programs that I have, and then they go and they incorporate that in their lives, and how their life change, how they don't let their clients or nobody else intimidate them, and how when they can take control, that people respect them more. And they don't get all those willy-nilly people that used to come over there to them. You know, if you're in business for yourself, 10 people can come to you, and out of the 10 people, you only service 2. Because half of them come to you for information and never use your business. Half of them come to you thinking that they're going to patronize your business, but don't have no money. Half of them come to you and want to tell you how to do your business, right? But when you're confident about who you are and you know what you're doing, guess what? You're not going to tell me how to govern myself. But because the who that I am, I show people how to treat me. I don't have that kind of fluctuation in my business. I used to. I don't have it now. And that's because I know what I want. It has nothing to do with the beautiful women that I service. Nothing. It has everything to do with who I am for myself and how I make others feel about themselves. I teach you how to do that. I teach you how to be visible and attractive. Not the beauty attractiveness, but the mental attraction. I teach you how to command, like I said, what you want. And then because of who you are for other people or to other people, you draw everything that you need in your business. People want to get to know you. They want to know who you are. Simply because how you encourage them. I love what it is that I do. As I told you earlier, I am a mother of 4 beautiful children from the ages of 22 to 1 years old. Okay? And I run 3 successful businesses. I am a real estate investor here in Maryland, and I am also a coach, and I also have an online jewelry store. Now, before I got to the point of where I am, oh, trust me, it has not been easy. I've not always been this confident, but this is why I am able to be authentic with you. There is nothing a person can say to me. There is nothing a person can do to me that can make me feel less of who I am, because I've done the work, like Ayanla says. I've done my work. And now, because I've built these businesses where they're on autopilot, I am able to invest my time, my energy, my experience, my know-how in other women and creating leaders out of these women so they can start, build, and lead another community and tribe of their own. All right. And so I do these series of Sunday live broadcasts, and I do one-on-one coaching, and I do group coaching, and I do public speaking. All of this shedding light on ways where you can better yourself. And I don't use nothing scripted or book. You know, these are all notes, ladies, that I write. I don't do anything scripted. Everything that I do is according to my own experiences. I share my own experiences, which gives me power. I'm no longer imprisoned by the things that I've gone through, the people that has hurt me. I'm no longer imprisoned by that. See, the stories that you have, the failures that you've gone through, they are not only lessons, but they are your testimonies. Your testimonies weren't meant to keep to yourself. Your testimonies were to share with other people, because that's where you get your deliverance from. We want to walk around holding all of this in. The reason why you're struggling is because you haven't came out yet. You haven't announced to yourself who you are, where you are, and where you're going. And you've been struggling all this time because you won't ask for the help that you need. You won't ask for the help that you desire. And so today I'm going to share with you a program that I've had much success with, and it's called the 6-Session Assessment Communications course. And this is one of the courses that I work with a lot of women. And I come to find out that we're so alike. I'm no different than you are. The only difference between the two of us is that I got the buzz earlier on. All right. I changed my life earlier on to get to where I am now. You're no different. It's your turn. It's your time. You didn't get this video by chance. You didn't log on by chance. Something I said struck a nerve with you. And then hell, some people, you know, they so mad at me right now because I show them too much of themselves. I'm not going to pity, you know, have a pity party with you. I'm going to give you what you need because I want to see you succeed. And so this communications program is a 6-week program, and it gets to know who you are, because a lot of us are walking around, we really don't know who we are. We know ourselves as people tell us who we are or how people treat us. And then we start acting just like they think that they know us. You don't know me. I don't even know me. All right. So this program helps you to pull all of those things out you. We talked about you being great and you knowing what you want to do. If you don't know these things, this program will also show or shed light on those areas. That is a critical mark for you. Why? Because that is where your sweet spot is. Honey, that's where the money is. When you begin to walk in your light, your purpose of what you're here for, you can look somebody in the eyes and say, guess what? I charge and not even blink. And if they say you too high, okay, on with the next one. If they can't afford you, okay, on to the next one. It's not that you're leaving them behind. You're not settling. And I don't teach women to settle. I teach women to command what they want and get it. All right? There are systems in order to do that. It ain't nothing, you know, so secretive. It ain't no program out there that is going to give you these tools. Because guess what? If you don't have the confidence, the hell with the tools, the hell with the program. You're not going to be able to get it. You got to have that. And I'm going to show you how to get it. All right? And so if you're interested in something like this, and I'm just checking my time. If you're interested in something like this, then what I want you to do, I have a website. It's called failuretofabulous.com. And that 2 is the numerical number 2. I want you to go onto my website, and I would like for you to contact me for a fearless strategy session or a harmless discovery session. Now, both of these are at no cost to you, and they will probably be about maybe 30 to 45 minutes where we just chat about what's going on with you and try to make some sense out of what you got going on. All right. Then that way I can see if you are a good fit for the program. If you are not a good fit, I will not accept you. I may even refer you to some other coaches that I am affiliated with that can assist you with what you're going through, because I have a huge network of people that I am affiliated with. That's one of the great things about being in business. I don't never have to tell you no essentially, but I can definitely refer you to someone else who can do a lot more justice for you than what I can. I know my strengths and I know my weakness. And not to mention, in the 6-session assessment communication program, you will know your strengths and your weaknesses also. Because the bottom line is, wherever your weakness lies, you want to hire someone to do what you can't. That keeps you a great person, not treading in waters that you know nothing about, and then you don't look like an expert and people can't trust you. Okay, so this is not about being a jack of all trades and doing everything. This is about doing that one thing that you are great at. And then it's about making the investments in yourself so that you can not only stay great, but you can attract others so they can be great. Your life was not here for you as much as it was to be a vessel, a vehicle for somebody else. All right? I have truly enjoyed this opportunity to be on this live hangout with the little bit of interruption where y'all see my arm go like this. That means I'm trying to signal my family members who are somewhere close to me that may be get ready to do a huge interruption of my live broadcasting. But as I stated before, I am so human that it is pathetic. I love, 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 love my life, my family, and the lifestyle that I have created for them and me. I absolutely love it. And all that I want to do is show you how to do the same thing. I want to open this time up for questions. We have about 10 minutes, 10 minutes or 15 minutes tops. So that if you have any questions that you want to ask, you can, if you're on the Google Live, you can Google those questions to me. You can text me them questions if you have my number. And you can also send me a message if you have your screen up via Facebook, because I do have my Facebook screen up. And I'm going to give you all a minute or so to do that. Let's see. Okay. All right. And I want to thank Miss Queen. I don't know you, but I know we had a brief moment to share messages via Facebook, and you had invited someone to be on the live broadcast, and I really appreciate the share. I really do, because a lot of times we as women, we find things that work for us, but we're not quick to share. It's not because we really don't want to, but sometimes the cattiness in us, just wants us to keep it all for ourselves because we so desperately want to make it, and we don't want anybody to get it until we get it. But I really appreciate you sending that information out to someone that you feel that could utilize the information. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And until I hear a question or so pop up, I'm just going to run through the 5 ways, and I'm not going to be in depth with this. So if you missed it, you're going to have to watch the replay. But the 5 ways that the job is not going to benefit you is because working extra jobs is going to put you in a different tax bracket. You're going to be working more, so you're going to need more energy, which is going to make you spend more money in food, okay? Outside food, all right? Your food bill will go up. Your transportation. If you're working this extra job, you're going to have more gas in your car to get there, or you're going to have more fare to get on a bus or the train, all right? So your transportation plans will increase. Your grooming. If you got to wear a certain uniform, if you have to look a certain way, keep your hair done, keep your hair cut, you got locks, you got to get a maintenance. However your hair is, if you got to be or look a certain way for this job, that's going to pull more money out of your pocket. All right. Your habits. If you got bad money habits, now you making more money is not going to help you pay your bills. All right. It's just not going to. You're going to continue those bad money habits, and that's going to spill over to the new income that you're making, and you're still not going to have enough to pay those bills. Let's see. Trying to get it all in. Taxes, food, transportation, grooming, habits. Okay. And when you're trying to make that $5,000 mark, and so if you had $2,000, you're trying to make an extra $3,000. The key is not to get another job. The key is to create something, because you can do that right at home. It's not costing you any extra dollars to do that right at home. Create something, and then you want to create systems around that something. It creates a couple of vehicles to get paid, not just one way. You create a couple of vehicles around that one creation, okay? And then you get the confidence to command what you know, not what you think, what you know that it is worth, all right? That's how you reach your $5,000 mark, all right? So, because I don't have any questions on the line, I am going to thank you all for being a part of this live hangout. I enjoy every moment. Every Sunday I am on this call. I enjoy it. And I enjoy making other women a success, because I am a goddamn success. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.